What up, though, y'all? So, I wanted to wait to see what episode 4 was like before talking about episode 3 because in previous episodes I've been saying that when Daima comes to theaters that it's going to be the first 3 episodes due to 30-minute episode lengths, but I didn't even check and look to see really. I didn't realize that the episodes are only 24 minutes. And then obviously they have intros, outros, and some little cutscenes in between. So in theaters, it's going to be episodes 1 through 4, I would assume. But before we get into episodes 3 and 4, I want to remind you guys we're going to be giving away a copy of Sparking Zero. Once we hit 100 subscribers, all you have to do after we hit 100 subscribers is follow Dragon Ball Tees, Dragon Ball.tees, and Tail Talk Media Instagram accounts. All the information is going to be in the description. And then if you want to be reminded on what to do, you just go to those Instagrams and look at the pinned posts. After you follow those accounts, you just have to go to the pinned posts and then comment tagging 2 people. That's it. And you'll be entered to win a free copy of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero on the system of your choice. But getting into episode 3, what I really liked was that this is where we finally get to see some fighting. It was the start of fighting. It was very, very minuscule, but we still got to see something. So, episode starts, they're on their way to the demon realm. There's all these steps to get into the demon realm. Supreme Kai is trying to relay all the information to Kibito while they're doing it, so that way the others can also get there. Unfortunately, there's a pin to get through the last part, and Supreme Kai wasn't able to relay that information to Kibito. So you would think that they won't really be able to meet them in the demon realm, but then Goku says something along the lines of, "I'm sure it'll all work out," something like that. So maybe that's kind of like a hint to they'll still be able to be in the demon realm. Obviously, in the outro or intro, or maybe both, you see everybody in the demon realm, but that could just be for the intro, outro. Glorio tells Goku, like, "Oh, you'll probably be able to beat King Goma if you beat Boo." And Supreme Kai looked very worried. So maybe Goma is going to be a lot more powerful than we kind of think, and from what we've seen so far. Another thing, to get through, you need pointy ears to get into the demon realm. The Warp Sama, he looks to see if you have pointy ears. Supreme Kai was able to transform Goku's ears pointy, and I was obviously later in the episode, I was wondering why didn't they just leave his ears pointy so that way he doesn't look out of place. I mean, yeah, his appearance is one thing, but the ears tell everything according to all this kind of stuff. Once they get into the demon realm, we see that there's 3 levels of the demon realm. The first one, which is all the palace members, that's a red door. The second realm is a blue door. That's where Supreme Kai is from. So that's like more sophisticated people. And then Glorio even asks Supreme Kai if he's from the gleaned people. So we'll probably find out more about that. And then in the yellow door, that's level 3, and that's where Glorio's from. And from the looks of it, that's kind of like where like the impoverished and the base level beings are. Once they get into the demon realm, we see this tunnel that originally was linking all 3 together, levels 1, 2, and 3, first world, second world, and third world. But I guess it's been blocked and nobody can travel through that anymore. You have to go through Warp Sama. And I guess this means there's no instant transmission in the demon realm. Excuse me. And then for Warp Sama, only first world and some second world demons can use Warp Sama. So obviously Glorio got the pass from the king. They later revealed the king's name that sent him. His name is King Kadan, Kaden, something like that, Kadan. We also kind of find out that Glorio is more than likely like a hitman or a hired criminal, because Supreme Kai's like, so how'd you get this access since you're from the third world? You seem to be from the third world. And he said he does work in the first world and he doesn't really get into it, and it gets all dark and serious. So you can only assume he's a hitman, a hired criminal of some sorts. He has a gun. And then in the episode, the first fight scene is when they go to this bar to get some food and some drinks. And we see this fight in one of the first trailers. So it was cool to see like the full length of it instead of just like the little parts they put in the trailer. And we get to see that Glorio knows some martial arts of some sorts. He does something real quick, couple little moves. And then even before that, when they're traveling to this town, you see Glorio use his gun on these bandits who are shooting arrows. And it's funny because the atmosphere is so thick and heavy, the arrows are moving so slow, and Glorio just pops off a few times. The gun is kind of like a beam cannon. It's very powerful. Gets rid of them. And so before they even get to the bar too, they were referred to this bar from the people at this hotel or inn, and the guy is trying to price gouge him and whatnot, but Glorio shows the gun and the guy lowers the price. So guns must not be common in the third world. So he has a pretty big advantage having this down there. Once they get to the bar, they have the fight, they go back, go to sleep, and then when they wake up, they find out that the guys that they beat up stole their ship. So that's how episode 3 ends. Obviously, episode 4 starts with them traveling, trying to find another ship, making their way to King Kadan, probably Kadan. And so they're traveling. Goku senses this enemy about to pop out. Oh, well, I guess first, they fly over the Sea of Darkness. I guess if you go down there, you immediately die. They revealed that in episode 3. And this flying monster comes out, attacks them. Goku's still kind of like getting used to the atmosphere and flying. So Glorio kind of takes it over and just beats him up. It's really cool to see a new fighter that we've never really seen before in Glorio. He pieces up this monster. They're traveling along some more, and then Goku senses an enemy, obviously because he senses ki, and enemy pops out. They beat him up or whatever. Glorio's confused, like, how'd you know they were over there? So Glorio can't sense ki. He's not that good of a fighter, I guess. They come across this shop slash diner kind of place. They go there to get food. Goku's hungry, of course. What to do? But they go there to get food. And then Glorio tries to get some type of transportation from them, looking for a plane, obviously. They tell him that they have a sky seed. So when they mention that, I'm thinking like, oh, it's just maybe a smaller plane of some sort or something like that. And then while Glorio's finalizing the deal with that, Goku comes across these insects, these bugs. And I guess they heal ailments, kind of like senzu beans. There's a handful of different ones, make you stronger, relieve yourself of burns, give you stamina. And then there's this one where it's actually a fusion insect. So one person eats half, the other person eats the other half, and I guess it's like the Patoras. So it's going to be cool to see those come into play further down the line. Very excited about that. So after that, they're like, the plane dealer, he actually looks like Beelzebub's handler from Sandland. I forgot his name, but this guy. And he looks very similar to this. So maybe they're the same race from the demon realm. Obviously, Beelzebub's handler is from the demon realm. So maybe it's the same race. Maybe they're related. It would be really cool to see that come together, but whatever. If you're not hip to Sandland, we did release a video talking about it, breaking down, reviewing it. It's a great show in my opinion. Go ahead, check that video out on the channel. But so he's taking them to the Sky Seed, and it just turns out it's a seed from this big old flower. And once they pull it, it kind of releases air and just shoots them. And then they have to just jump off before it crashes. So that ends up taking them very far. And then Glorio says it's only a half day's walk to King Karan after once they land. Then they're talking. The Dragon Balls come up. The Demon Realm Dragon Balls come up. And we find out there's one Dragon Ball in each demon world. And they're all guarded by the Tamagamis. Obviously, this gets Goku excited. He wants to get them. Glorio says, oh, it'll be tough. And obviously, that just makes him want to get him even more. Glorio says, nobody's done it. So Goku's amped to do this. They say instead of going to find Dende, they might as well just get these Dragon Balls, wish for Dende. Then when they get back home, they'll just wish to be grown again. And then Glorio's like, oh, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But then Glorio and Supreme Kai look at each other in this weird kind of like thing. And when Glorio turns around, it kind of shows he has like a smirk on his face. So I'm thinking, was this the plan all along to get Goku to want to obtain these Dragon Balls so that either Glorio can use them or he's doing it for King Karan to get Goku to obtain the Dragon Balls since no one's done it before. And obviously they know that he obtains the Earth Dragon Balls all the time. So is that really the reason Glorio was sent for Goku? I think that's definitely on the table now from what I've seen. So they're traveling after this and whatnot. Then they come across this other town and they notice the Gendamiri. I don't know how to pronounce it, but essentially it's King Goma's military police, and they're collecting taxes from the citizens. All the citizens have these things around their neck so that way they can be controlled and located at all times. They're telling these citizens they've raised the taxes up to 3 gold coins. It seems like everybody's just shocked. I'm sure most of these people don't have that. So they start calling people up to collect the coins. First guy puts them in. Second guy, he's one short or whatever. And they were told that they'll take years off their life, for 3 years off their life for every coin they're short. So up to 9 years off their life if they don't have any coins, any gold coins. The first guy pays them all, as I said. Second guy, I think he maybe has 1 or 2, and they use this machine to take the years out of his life. It kind of looks like a soul or something go into the machine. Obviously, Goku's not liking this. Gloria tells him to stand down, stand down. Next guy comes up. He doesn't have any gold coins. So he's like, please don't, I might die if you take 9 years off my life, this, and that. Goku pops out, ready to do something. But then at the same time, the masked Majin comes out too and says, hey, whatever, tries to fight him. She throws a bomb. The bomb doesn't work. Then the police are chasing her. She has this weapon that like electrocutes people. And then before she's about to get caught, Goku steps in front of her, beats up all the police. So now Goku's a criminal in the demon realm. And, and obviously Goku runs away with Supreme Kai and Glorio. And then the masked Majin appears before them. And she reveals herself. I forgot her name, but here it is. And that's where the episode ends. So I guess that'd be a good ending point for the movie if you haven't seen anything or you just want to see it in theaters. Watching episodes 1 through 4, I could see the end of 4 getting you excited to watch episode 5 and the rest of the series. So I wasn't mad at it. There was a lot more fighting in episode 4. Starts in 3, slow burn. At the end of the day, I'm a Dragon Ball fan. I'm sure most of you guys are as well. So I'm happy with anything. It could be a lot worse in my opinion. So yeah, that'll do it, y'all. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share this with your friends, all that good stuff. But yeah, until next time, y'all. Dragon Ball loves. Peace.